All right, let me get a second to pedal real quick. So when you're eating a high-fat diet, it's so different than having a high carbohydrate diet. You know, when you're high carb. You know, I want to ask you guys a question. It's going to be based on food. Now think about fat. Think about high fattening foods like nuts, meats. Think about all your high fattening foods. Now think about all your high carbohydrate foods. Okay? Now which would you rather what diet would you rather go with? Now I'm not gonna judge anybody if you have a high fat diet, if you have a high carbohydrate diet. I don't fucking judge people based on their fucking diets. If you're a fucking meat eater, you're a fucking meat eater. If you're a fucking vegan, you're a fucking vegan. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking judge you. Okay? But like I said, what type of diet would you go with right now? Just thinking right off the top of your head, if you would decide to go with a high-fat diet, including bacon, you know, bacon and eggs for breakfast, you know, the delicious shit, or would you do a high carbohydrate diet? You know, a lot of pasta, Alfredo and chicken, a lot of rice, you know, rice and peas, rice and beans, you know, chicken on the side. You know, what would you rather have? What type of diet would you like to do? Post them in the comments below. Let me know. Okay, but right now I'm going to explain how it makes me feel, because I've done high carbohydrate and high fat. I've done a high carbohydrate diet and a high fat diet. Now, yesterday my diet was basically 50-50. I ate 50% carbohydrates and 50% fat. Okay, so, but in the past, you know, a few months ago, in the beginning of the year, I was eating a high fat diet, including a lot of nuts and a lot of greens. Now, when you have 80% of your calories come from fat, and you know, like probably, or maybe even 90% of your calories come from fat, this is what I used to consume in the beginning of the year. 90% of my calories used to come from fat, and like 10% was like, you know, carbohydrates, and the carbohydrates was in greens. You know, I used to eat nothing but lettuce and nuts. Now, when I'd go to exercise on a high-fat diet, the energy would be there because I would consume, you know, at least 1,000 to 2,000 calories of fat a day. You know, but I'll also incorporate my leafy greens and things like that, and they have a little bit of carbohydrates in it. But when I'd go to exercise, like let's say run or walk or bike, the energy was there, but it always feel like, shit. You know, it always feel like, you know, I wouldn't want to do it, but the energy would be there. You know what I'm saying? The energy would be there. Like, if you needed to run, you would be able to fucking run, okay? The energy would be there, but every time I'd go to exercise, it, hold on, I gotta make a turn real quick. Every time I go to exercise, it would always be like, shit, I don't want to do it, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel on a high-fat diet. Like, I'd feel basically heavy, like undesirable. But I'd be able to walk and things, but like I'd just feel so heavy and like undesirable, like no desire to do fucking exercise. But I push myself to do exercise, you know what I mean? I push myself to do exercise, but when I do exercise, it feel like I'd feel heavy, like shit, man. But I would still have the energy to last. You know what I'm saying? I'll still have the endurance to do the exercise, but I'll just feel like every step would feel like, fuck, man. Like, why am I doing this shit? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel so heavy, like, shit. That's how I felt on a high-fat diet, okay? Now, on a high-carbohydrate diet, let me switch hands, because now I'm talking about carbohydrates. Now, on a high-carbohydrate diet, oh, man, my energy was superb. My energy was immaculate. I felt like a goddamn machine, okay? I felt like a motherfucking machine. I felt like I had so much power. Now, when you eat carbohydrates, your body burns carbohydrates. Your body turns carbohydrates into glucose. And where does that glucose go? Glucose is basically sugar. Now, all that sugar goes directly to your muscle. Now, the entire body is a muscle, including the heart. The entire body is a fucking muscle, including the heart, brain, and your whole body. Your whole body is a muscle. So when you eat carbohydrates, all that glycogen gets stored into your muscle, and your entire body is a muscle. So you're gonna feel powerful as shit. You're gonna have the energy to do whatever the fuck you wanna do. You will have desire because you're gonna have the energy. You're gonna have the power, the instant power. Like if you see a fly, if you see a butterfly just flying, you can like literally grab it so fast because you have that instant energy, you have that power, you know. And carbohydrates goes directly to the brain. That's what powers the brain, carbohydrates. Why do you think all those guys in Asia, in China, and Japan, they're so smart? They're very smart. Where do you see a dumbass Asian? Even those gang member Asians are fucking smart as shit. You know, put them in a class, they're gonna fucking pass. You know what I'm saying? Because they eat a lot of fucking rice. They eat a lot of fucking pasta. They eat a lot of fucking noodles, dumplings. There's fucking noodles, carbohydrate, you know what I'm saying? So, I love high carbohydrate diet. I love high fat diet. The reason why I like a high fat diet is because I love the food. I love the food of both high carb and high fat. But when it comes to energy, when it comes to sport, oh man, 100% I'll go with high carbohydrates. Done.